Life is weird. One is looking for love while the other is looking for so many different things. And sometimes can't even prioritize the heart. Like today was an example of that. Life is funny, weird and funny. Don't we all ask sometimes, why do people who do bad live longer than those who do good? And sometimes, does it make you feel like doing bad instead of good? So you can live as long, even longer than the ones who do bad? Do you? In my father's house in the village, there is an altar sitting on my marriage. So I don't have a married life. My mother's house, there is a strong man sitting on my marriage, not just marriage, on every aspect of my life. And the strong man is not really a man, it's a woman who happened to purchase lower in order for me, in order to fight Jesus Christ through me. I don't know if they understand this. Because when you fight against somebody's destiny, and you even fight against somebody's soul, you're not fighting that person, you're fighting Christ alone. But the thing with my case, Jesus had won the case, the fight. The problem is that the people refuse to accept defeat. They refuse to accept defeat. But they lost. They fight in a lost battle. They are defeated. So how would you call these people? Because I don't know. Church is not the way they used to be. Nothing is the way they're supposed to be. Half hour ago, probably an hour or two, it's more than a half an hour. Let's say it was around 1:30. I sat on my bed at the edge, on the side by the window. I'm not sure exactly what I had in my mind, what I was thinking about. And then smoothly some memory came to me. And that memory happened when I was 18. It's a memory, many might relate to it. One night, I went to sleep. When I went to sleep, I was not thinking of anything, just like I was not thinking of nothing, and then the memory came up. Smoothly, not loud. I saw me in my womb, that at that time, the womb that I had, when I was 18. I saw me giving birth. I was not pregnant in real life, but I saw me giving birth. I didn't see my sister pregnant either, and I did not notice anything of my sister pregnant. While I am suffering in labor, I started to hear my sister Claire's in her womb. She was always in the same womb as my mom, a big womb. Every womb in that house was big, but my mom's womb was bigger. Claire was in her womb with her, but they each have a bed, a different bed. While while I'm in my womb in labor, it was painful, crucial. I'm screaming my lungs out. And I'm hearing in the background my sister Claire was in labor, crying, just like I'm crying. She's in pain. But I could not think of wonder of anything because I was in my pain. All I was focusing on having whatever causing the pain to stop. You know how pregnancy is. Later on I find out because I had my son when I was 22. When I am trying to concentrate and to see the pain come to go away, it was a child coming out. Painful to push out. And oh my God, help me please, because God shown me this already. Oh my God, listen. As I'm seeing something coming out, and then I'm hearing my sister also pushing. And I'm like, it's like I want to wonder what's going on with her, but my pain is so bad, I cannot focus to think of, what's wrong with her. But it seems like she said my name. She did say my name, but she said my nickname, Ninid. And she was talking to my mom. And my mom was trying to leave her womb to come to see what's wrong with me to my womb. Because we both crying at the same time. So now, when I am in I'm having, to push in, urge. You're feeling an urge to push, and I'm pushing. Baby head is out, and my sister is pushing. How would I say? My womb was across my mom's womb. In my womb, it was 3 of us. My sister Schneider, who died, and then my little sister Shirley. Big wombs. Could take, if it was if it was a orphanage or shelter, it could take even 5 more wombs, because in between, my bed was by the window. Schneider was where I used to put my head, but on her own bed. And then my little sister, if I remember, she used to be on the same bed as me. Yeah, she used to be on the same bed as me. Because I remember there were only 2 beds in that room. The spot where we could put another bed, it was a closet where we hang our shoes on the door. in shoe pockets. Okay, so my mom trying to come to my room to check on me, and then I heard Claire was said my name, Ninid. They were talking about me. So it seems like she had told my mom to check on me. I didn't hear what she said, but I heard my name. So while my baby's coming, so you see, even in the dream, my mom waited for Claire's baby head to come out before coming check on me. Even in the dream, my mom didn't really give a crap about me. So when I turn so the camera doesn't get you. So as I sat there, I was laying on the bed, not on the bed, on the floor. When the baby come out, I had a big baby boy. Big baby boy came out. When my mom left my room to go check on Claire now again, Claire screamed. Why did Claire scream? Her baby come out, it's a girl. All of a sudden, I saw my mom coming, take my boy out, and then bring me Claire's a baby girl. And I asked, what's going on? Why you take my baby boy and then you bring me Claire's baby? Oh, because Claire was wanted a boy. I was like, what do you mean? I have a baby boy and Claire has a baby girl. She just keep her baby and I keep my baby. My mom come and take my baby boy, took it to Claire and say that's what Claire wanted. Remember a dream when I was 18 that happened like that. My mom came, took my baby boy and gave it to Claire and brought me. Now, after I remember it, now I can testify that both of us, I remember one time when we were younger than that age, those age we were at that time of delivery. Before that, when we, all four of us, all four girls, because there was a boy in between us, four girls, we always sitting in the back room together when we're not doing anything. We all four laying on beds, in beds, and then we would talk about future. There I said that I wanted to be a psychiatrist or psychologist. But when I was younger, I said I wanted to be a singer and an actress. When I said I wanted to be an actress when I was 11, and my aunt asked me what character, both Sammy Joe and Josephine is the same character, the same person in Dynasty. I loved her, and I said I wanted to be her, an actress and a singer. But now when we got to the point to talk about children, both Claire was and myself, we said we want our children to be a boy. We both said it. So now when I tell my mom that I did want a boy for my first child too. So because Claire was his older, Claire was once a boy, Claire was ended up with my baby boy, and then I got to have Claire was baby girl. Then I woke up. I look between my legs and my stomach. There was no baby. And then I went to my mom's room, and I look at Claire, and I'm like, "You don't have a baby either." Hello. I said, "You don't have a baby either." And then she looked at me and said, "No. What happened?" I said, "I just saw both of us in labor and have a baby together. I was in my room having a baby boy, and you were in your bed right here, and you had a baby girl." She smiled, and then she said, "Really?" I said, "Yes." And then what happened? I said, "Mom came and took my baby boy and took it. They brought him to you, and then she brought to me your baby girl." And then she kind of chuckled and said, "I would always want the boy." I said, "But we both said we wanted a boy first child." Then the conversation ended after. So now what happened with me and my sister Claire was now the swap. God had shown it to me when I was 18, but I didn't understand it. Now I understand it. Now I understand. Look at when I remember and I understand the dream, the soul swapping, the destiny exchange. This is exactly what it was. Sweet Jesus. So now do you see how God show us what's gonna happen to us in the future, and sometimes we miss it and we might not even understand it. This is my case. Another dream I had that one was when I was 17. The apartment I had my first child in, the day of the delivery, the day of the labor, when I was getting in the tub to shower because my dad told me to go shower, get ready because of what I told him that I saw. As I am getting in, I remember something. And that's something, they always come to me as if it's a vision. And then what I'm seeing, it's something that I remember from 17, but I didn't remember exactly what it was. Then I focused on my labor because I was in labor. That was early labor because it was around six, six, uh, six something, almost 7 o'clock in the morning. But around 6 o'clock, I said, I called six. Let me see. Before 6:30, I called my dad. I said to my feeling pain. My dad said, "Okay, what do you what I'm feeling?" But my dad asked me what blood in the underwear. So I listened to my dad. My dad told, and then I shower for a good hour. That's how my dad says, "Call the hospital," and then you need to come to the hospital. And then I called my first son at that time, take me to the hospital because he left at 6 for work. He had just left. Came exactly 12 hours. So now with that time, I can remember the approximate time that I called my dad because the never remember that name. Incubator. It says when I first got into the hospital, the nurse asked me, "Do you know what you're having?" I said, "No, I to me," and I can tell what I am having. But when they told me after the ultrasound, I said I didn't want to know. And now the nurse said, "But how do you know what you're having?" I said, "God revealed it to me." Every time I went to sleep, I saw there was a child in the water that I had to save. I had to get in to remove the No, that dream was for my second baby. The first baby was like I was a kangaroo having a pocket in front of my stomach, and then every time I looked down my stomach, there was always a baby attached to me, and that was a baby boy. Every time I sleep, that's the dream I had. We got me and my ex-husband to the apartment where we lived, a beautiful one-bedroom apartment because it was just the two of us. We're there, and 2 days later, 17. You know that apartment was the exact apartment that was in the dream when I had my son. My first really, I said that same I had a baby. So you see, God does reveal things to us. That's why we need to pay attention. They mess with my dream. I don't dream no more, but God still show me things. This is where they're stupid. They don't know. Because what I am, I must be revealed things. So God find his own way to reveal things to me. Therefore, they work in their bottom up for no reason. Yeah. So I have been a seer since I was little, since I was young. And my dreams always come true. Therefore, there is a dream that I had. I'm not gonna say that dream now. I will come back 6 months from now and I will tell that dream. Therefore, no one can steal what is mine. I know someone will remind me to come and talk about that dream because that dream told me. And it didn't tell me in the dream, saying now, because of that dream, I know that no one can steal what is mine. What is mine is mine. Not even a tsunami can remove it, can shake it. Therefore, my destiny, my soul, that stone